Good morning. How is everyone out there this morning? Come on in here. Come on in. It's Saturday. You're in the right place. Build your best life. Y'all still stuff from Thursday? I know you had some delicious meals. It was a little different this year for a lot of people, but it was still a great blessing. And I hope that you had fun yesterday, shopping maybe online or whatever. But I hope many of you had an opportunity to view us on Facebook Live, the Black Friday ministry style. That was something that was new and unique. And when I tell you, the business owners that were on there were amazing. They had wonderful gifts. They're using their gifts and talents. They have wonderful, productive businesses. I mean, very creative, some of them. Anything that you can think of, it was out there. Designers, authors, people to tell you how to grow your social media, life coaches, children's ministry leaders, just so innovative. So if you missed it, please visit the Effective Living with Ricardo Miller's page, or Rosemary Winbush's page, either one of those two pages, to view the video from yesterday. And it's twofold. You can still do some Black Friday shopping, get some specials, and as well you can support some businesses. But it was a great event, and that was yesterday from 3 to 5. So if you have an opportunity this morning, sometime today, please go out there and view that video. Good morning, Dan. Thanks for tuning in. Here we're going to get started. Again, we are under construction. We are trying to do those things to help us to build a great life. And as you go on your journey to be a better you, why not follow my basic principles to build your best life? This month, we are talking about discipline. That is one of our building materials, discipline. And not so much of people directing you and telling you what to do, how to discipline your life, but you being self-disciplined. You're in control. You're doing those things that'll make you more effective. And so we're almost out of November, so we're almost out of this building material. But this morning, we're going to talk about learn how to overcome mistakes. Learn how to overcome mistakes. Good morning, Peggy. Thanks for tuning in. Glad you were able to make it this morning. So now, if you are living, you have to know that everyone has made a mistake in life. So when you make a mistake, that's not something for you to beat yourself up over, because everyone makes a mistake. But you cannot allow one mistake to dictate the rest of your life. You made a mistake. There's no huge eraser that you can go and erase things that occur in life. So it happened, it's there, you have to move on. You don't give up on life just because of one mistake. Now, it could have been a horrific mistake. Yeah, there are all kinds of mistakes now. Let's just mention some horrific mistakes that you could have made. Say you're in school, you cheat on an exam and get expelled. Maybe you, for a moment there, you were on drugs, or, you know, suffered from substance abuse, and you robbed a store, you robbed an individual. Maybe as a teenager, you were enticed into getting into a gang, and one of the requirements were for you to go steal a car. So you stole a car, you got caught. You didn't know how to control your emotions. You hit someone. Physical abuse. Or it could have been a more, I'll say, call it simplistic mistake. Like you forgot to pay a bill. So you get more interest on top of that plus a late fee. You forgot to turn in an assignment. And most professors, when you get into college, if you don't turn in an assignment, that's just a zero. It's not, oh, well, you know, I forgot, can I turn it in late? No. You forgot, and heaven forbid this when you forgot someone's birthday. Now, depending on whose birthday it is, now, they can make you feel really, really bad, but we all forget sometimes. But these are some of the mistakes that can happen in your life. And I cannot say this enough. You cannot go back and change anything. So what do you do? What do you do from there? Well, for one thing, you got to move on. Like I said, there's not this huge eraser that you can go and erase it. You have to move on. If you're a believer, and I hope that you are, ask God to forgive you if it was one of those horrific mistakes. You know, ask God to forgive you. Maybe you cannot go back to the person who you harmed or whatever, and in some instances you can if it was something like physical or verbal abuse or something like that. You can go back to that person and ask them to forgive you. But if you rob someone, stole someone's car, of course, you're not going to go and approach them, because that could, you know, make your life a little worse because you don't know how they're going to take it. But you can ask God to forgive you, you know, and then learn from your mistake. You know, why did I do that? Why did I even do that? Why was I at a point in my life that I thought that I had to go rob someone? Even if you were hungry, you didn't have to rob anyone. You could have asked for assistance. So that's two of the first things you have to do is move on, because you can't take it back. And then stop. This one of those times you got to stop and think about it. Why did I do that? You know, because sometimes it's things that we really think about it before we do it, and then we know it's wrong, but you'll go do it anyway. You know, just say you're in a store and you have money to pay for something, and you just pick it up. You know, walk out the store with it in your hand, stick it in your pocket. You had the money, so why did you do it? So if you did something like that, you can, you know, kind of think about it. You know, why did I do that? Did it make my adrenaline, give me an adrenaline rush, or did I wanted to see if I could get away with it? I was bored and have anything to do. Why did I do it? You know, just think about it, because that's not something that you have to do going forward. And then again, realize you are human. All humans make mistakes. Just like all humans are sinners, all humans make mistakes. So if you are a person that walk around and say, "Oh, I don't make mistakes. I don't do anything wrong. I don't make mistakes," you are a liar. You're going to sin and you're going to make mistakes. So that's just something that everybody does. So you have to make the best of those type things. So just think about it. So if I was in school and I cheated, why did I cheat? Was it because I was trying to do too much? I had classes to take. I was trying to work part-time. I was trying to party. I was trying to hang with my friends. I didn't know the answers to the test. I needed to pass the test. So if you have the opportunity to get back into another school, then what do? You learn from your mistake. I can't do that. College costs money. So I have to make the best use of my time. I can't party all the time. If I can party, I got to move that down to the to the latter part of what I'm going to do. I know I've got to, in order to pass a course, I've got to do all of the course requirements. I have so many tests I have to take. You know, before this class starts, what's expected of you for the entire week period, semester. So if it's 8-week semester, 12-week semester, you know from day one what's expected of you. So somebody's having a party on the, let's say, December 6th, and you know that you have an exam December 7th, and you really want to go, what do you need to do? You need to make sure you're studying before the 5th. So you know the material, you've reviewed it, you've studied, you've read, and hey, I got it. So then you do have time to go to the party. So you have to make those types of adjustments in your life. Why did I steal that car? You know, I could have gone to prison and spent years in jail because somebody dared me and because I wanted to join a gang. Why did I want to join a gang? Gangs are not good. I could have messed up my whole life. My parents have, you know, been over backwards to send me to school, make sure I had money for lunch, clothes, whatever I needed, special activities, go on trips, and this is how I repaid them. That was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. So let me apologize to my parents, first of all. Let me ask God to forgive me, and then don't let me get caught up in that again. I don't have to be a member of a gang, and I definitely don't need to steal a car. You know, the person whose car I was stealing, they could have caught me and killed me. I put myself in danger. So that's not something I want to do again. You have to learn from your mistakes. When I was talking about the simple mistakes, you forgot to pay a bill. Get you a chart, make you a chart. I put mine on Excel spreadsheet. And now you can schedule things. So I'm a busy person. I don't want to be late because I don't want to pay extra interest. I don't want to pay late fees. So when I get my income, I sit down and I schedule my bills at that time. If I don't already have them on auto pay, so they'll pay on time. If it's one that I have to do myself, I go ahead and set it up. You might say, well, I don't have the money. Why would I go and do that? Well, you don't have to pay it then. You can go online and say, I want to pay $50 on this bill. I want it to come out on the 6th. You can do that. So then you don't have to worry about it. It's not going to be late. Done for the month. And then I keep a chart and I make sure, I did all that. Everything's taken care of. So there are ways that you can do that. And believe me, you don't want to get in a rut of paying late fees and interest because it takes you longer to pay that debt. And just throw this out there. If you can, if you have to use those credit cards or whatever, try only to use what you can pay for. And what I mean by that, that you can pay at the end of the month. So that way, you're not building it up. Because, the more you spend, the higher if you spend, and then you pay on time, what do? They increase your credit limit. So then you spend some more. So be careful with that. Your assignments, like I said, you have from day one, if you're in college, when each assignment is done. Make you a chart. Get you you can't see mine, but get a whiteboard or whatever you have for that week. Write it down on your whiteboard. Put it on a sticky. Put it on your computer. Put it somewhere. But when those assignments are due, put them before you so you won't be late. You can't afford to have it a zero. That's hard to make up. Those are some of the things you can do. Someone's birthday, you forget someone's birthday. I don't remember everything, but in your contacts, there is a place for birthdays. Put the person's birth date in your contacts. So you got the name, the address, telephone number, add that birthday in there. Normally what will happen the day before, that birthday will pop up. So guess what? You didn't forget. You might have forgot, but you have a reminder. So then that person feels good that you didn't forget their birthday. It was just a simple mistake if you forgot last year, but you can rectify it going forward. Those type things that you can do to make your life better. Those mistakes that you can improve upon. And of course, sometimes you get into some things, and depending on what it is, it may be worse than those things that I highlighted. Like murder or grand theft or whatever, and you may have to do some time. However, that doesn't mean you have to do it again. You do your time, you think about it while you're there. You know, I really didn't have to do that. I should not have done that. When I get out of here, I'm going to do better. If I didn't finish school, while you're there, you probably can get a GED. You can study while you're there. There are books, reading materials, computers. You can learn while you're there, but come out a better person. Like I say, don't beat yourself up. Everybody makes mistakes. And because you made a mistake and got caught, that does not make me any better than you. You just have to make yourself better when you come out, so you can do better with your life. So this is just, you know, some of those things when we're talking about being disciplined and self-discipline. You cannot always go out and run and do things to be with the crowd, hang with the boys, the guys, do what they do. You can't always do what everybody else does. You know, you can have somebody that can just read a chapter and they can tell you everything in that chapter. They don't have to study. They can just read and absorb it. If you can't do that, then you know you can't do that. So you have to do a little bit more. But it's all about being self-disciplined. Do those things that you know are right, because most of us know right from wrong. We've been taught that, I know, since we were small. If nothing else, the 10 Commandments, and that's enough to cover it all. But follow those things and try to do the right thing. If you make a mistake, again, don't beat yourself up, or beat yourself up and just get it done, get it over with, move on, come up with those principles or activities or however you're going to do it to not make that mistake again, to do better and move forward. Because what? It's all about building your best life. So you got to have a starting point. And that's what we're talking about, building materials. So being disciplined, self-discipline is the way to go. So again, don't let those mistakes beat you up. And again, I thank you so much for tuning in. But if you've made a mistake, make that shift, change, and keep it moving. We're moving into December. Can you believe it's almost December? But I will be here Tuesday. Please tune in. And I'm going to be calling on some of my friends, and especially a lot of you that have my book, that have read the book. I'm going to be calling on you probably this weekend. So when you see my number, answer the phone. You don't know what I want. But got some exciting things going on next month. So please tune in. I have Ashley Cotton coming on the 10th. And she's going to be telling us about things that guys need to know about girls. She specializes in, her platform is about girls. So she can help our young men and others with that. And then later on in the month on the 17th, we're going to be doing an end of the year review with Asia Scott, Denver Pratt, and Anton Brown. And that is going to be amazing. I know it already. So I'm looking forward to that. So please always go to my website, www.buildyourbestlife.org, and look at my calendar to see what's going on. Read my blog that comes out on every Monday, and follow my posts, which are on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also on my website, I have learn more about my platform as well. You can get my book, Build Your Best Life. It's all about those basic principles that help you to build your best life. It's a great book for mentors, educators, parents, grandparents, young people. It will help everyone, and it makes a great Christmas gift. So you can get that on my website as well, in my web store. It's www.buildyourbestlife.org. I thank you for tuning in, and as you go on your way to be a better you, there will be distractions, rough terrain, detours. Don't let any of these negative aspects of your journey stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be the best you and build your best life. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. It's been great. Be blessed.